And a good afternoon to you from Brookland Casey High School on a 66-degree, partly cloudy afternoon. Once again today on YouTube, Minutemen football as Palmetto Prep comes in at 5-1, 4-1 here at home. Stepping out of conference to take on the Fork Union Blue Devils, who come in at 4-1, 4-1 on the road. Hi again, everybody. Chris Sheeman and Reed Radke, glad as always to be with you, and getting set for a kickoff here, Reed. This is going to be a different kind of a game for Palmetto Prep, a little bit short-handed. We've got some injuries in the secondary, especially defensively, and a very good Blue Devils team.
Well, Chris, hopefully it'll spark them. The competition level will rise them to the next level. This is a fantastic day for football. It's got that football weather in the air, and, we'll just see. It's next man up, as they always say, next man up. I do believe it should be a real good matchup. It does look like they are somewhat fired up and a lot of energy I see as they walk on the field to start that kickoff.
So Fork Union won the toss. They will receive. Going back to receive the kick is Traylon Slade, number 3. And also number 14, that's Jamil Anderson. And some good news for the Minutemen. Nick Wright is back healthy, and he will kick it away for the Minutemen. So we might see some field goal attempts, some extra point attempts for the first time this season for Palmetto Prep, as they might have found something here in former soccer player / football player Nick Wright, who will get us going, and the wind does not cooperate, blows the football off the tee, so we'll build that anticipation once again. Palmetto Prep has lost 4 of the last 5 meetings. In 2019, Palmetto Prep won against Fork Union 16-7, but Fork Union has won all of the other meetings in this rivalry. So on the run, it's caught by Anderson at the 25-yard line, dances outside to the 35, then goes backwards, and Fork Union will take over at the 32.
They had some great coverage there on that kickoff, not allowing him to turn it back and run it upfield. That was great coverage by the Minutemen on that kickoff.
So Fork Union goes on offense. They're coming off a 16-0 win at Central International. That was back on September 24th, so they've had a few weeks off. And it looks like it's going to be Joseph Landicini getting the start at quarterback at Cedar Creek. 3,230 yards, 36 touchdowns, 63% completion rate. He's a good one, folks. They got a lot of good ones at Fork Union in all facets and on both sides of the football. Going to get a handoff to John Gilbert, and the big guy goes ahead for the gain of a couple. Looks like Nick Harden is there on the tackle. 25th tackle of the year for Nick Harden, also has a sack. Defense for Palmetto Prep. Up front, it's Kirill Bykoff, Kentrell Jones, Brian Edwards. The linebackers are Joyner, Nick Harden, Datavius Bledsoe, Tyler Lassiter, and Nick Wright. And in the secondary for the Minutemen, Cameron Brown, Ethan Brule-Gonzalez, Xavion Wells, and Justin Poe. We'll also see a lot of Hunter Scott in the linebacker spot. Going to be a pitch this time to Gilbert. Gets ahead of steam, takes it to the 40. That'll bring up 3rd down and 2, Reed.
Yeah, that was a good play there. Good pursuit on the defensive linebackers to keep him from getting that 1st down and making a solid tackle. They're going to have a long 2 yards to get that 1st down. This is really where Palmetto Prep's got to dig their heels in.
They got the fullback, Austin Airy, in the game here on 3rd down and 2. And I believe Malachi Cook has checked in at running back, and we got whistles.
A lot of confusion on that defensive front. And boy, I hope. Well, we got lucky on that one because there was a lot of confusion by the Minutemen running guys in and out, and it just so happened to confuse the offense to full start.
Mick Petrillo, the tight end, has come on for Fork Union here now on 3rd down and 7. Got to get it to their own 42-yard line. 2 receivers on the near side. It's Mitchell and Slade for Fork Union. And Landicini rolling near side. He's got a man. It's caught
And that's going to
by
be
Mitchell for a first down. And he had the first down, and then he went backwards. And now, I don't know. We're going to have to see where they spot it. Looks like he's going to be a yard shy.
He's right on that line. They might call for a measurement. Oh, they're giving him fourth down.
He's going to be a half yard shy. He had it.
Yes, he did.
And then he went backwards, and that's
no, he's going to give it to him.
Yeah.
The official just pushed forward. First down. They didn't even measure. He just decided he could see to the fire line, to the sideline, and he gave him a first down.
They were definitely a half yard shy, though. Boy. Those are the kind of breaks, if you're Palmetto Prep today, you really just do not need.
No.
Wes, make sure that check bounces. I'm telling you. All right, so 1st and 10 at the 42. High snap. Here's the big guy, Gilbert, taking it to the left side, and he's going to be wrapped up for a loss of 2. Cameron Brown gets there first.
That's a great tackle there. Really,
Craig Joyner was also there.
Yeah, that was a fantastic tackle. Being right in the right position and not allowing the blocker to get him out of the way. Just went low and took the running back right down.
Cameron Brown's taking the spot of Trey McGahee, who is injured today. Brown came in with 8 tackles. He's got an opportunity to really show us something. He and Joyner over there combining to make it now a 2nd down and 12 for Fork Union's offense. Just underway, 3 minutes in, opening drive of the ballgame. Landicini looking far side, slings it. He's got a man. It's caught. Going out of bounds is Kamari Wells.
Yeah, the first pass of the day. It was connecting on a 4-yard pass, open, and they're going to have to play sharp and tight. That ball was well thrown way out in front of the receiver. So they're going to have to be playing real tight coverage.
So from a 2nd down and 12 to a 3rd down and 6 after the 6-yard gain. Now the receivers Mitchell and Wells are nearest to us in this 4-receiver set. Malachi Cook has come in. No, correction, that's still Gilbert at running back as he goes in motion to the far side. It's caught over the middle. It'll be a first down. Nick Petrillo, the tight end, with the reception.
That's just a simple middle run, square in turnaround with right in the middle of the linebackers, right beyond the defensive tackle. Really difficult pass play to defend on, but they're going to probably see quite a bit of that today.
So the drive continues into Palmetto Prep territory for Landicini and this offense for Fork Union. Game 6 of 8 straight on the road for Fork Union. Here's the big guy, Gilbert, and he stood up again. Might have lost a half a yard on that one.
Yeah, Chris, he didn't have anywhere to go on that. I think that he, I don't think he got any gain on that. The defensive line is playing really well right now. Hopefully they can maintain that confidence. I think where they need to bring it up is going to be in that secondary, which could be a weakness today.
Kentrell Jones on the tackle. Brian Edwards was also there. 2 of the 3 guys up front, as Reed mentioned. So 2nd down and 10 now at the 47-yard line. Landicini's got 3 receivers nearest to us, including the tight end Petrillo. Pocket collapsing. Landicini trying to get outside. He escapes 4 different guys. Then he fumbles it, and it's grabbed by Nick Wright. Palmetto Prep has a turnover.
Wow. That almost looked like a little pitch out, didn't it? Seemed like when he got over to Nick Wright, it looked like he just kind of flipped his arm to pitch it out. Maybe he saw a different colored shirt. But great pursuit there by the Minutemen, and they catch a break that they so desperately needed.
So the pocket collapsed. You can see it there. Then it came right to Wright, who fumbled it briefly, picked it up. And a big turnover right there for Palmetto Prep. And Reed, you know, when you're the underdog, quote unquote, and I wouldn't necessarily put Palmetto Prep in that category, but it's going to be a tougher one than it's been recently.
Absolutely.
You got to win those turnover battles. Hey, Damian Littleton getting the start. Lucas Lenhoff also starting at quarterback today. He's looking to throw, and he's looking to bomb it over on the right side, looking for R.J. McDonald, and overshot him.
Yeah, that's too bad because that receiver gained some footage at Lenhoff just with that strong arm, just overthrew him. Really had him wide open, too. But that's going to keep the defense on their backpedaling, realizing that this guy can throw. So hopefully we get some more breaks there.
Up front, the left tackle, Jaquette Lester. Left guard, Xavier Lloyd. Center, Joe Lentine. Right guard, Mark Bothers. Right tackle is John Daniels. Second down and 10 now. Here's Littleton. Good to see him back in the starting lineup as he gets a 3-yard gain, Reed.
Yeah, that's straight up the middle there. And we'll take those 3 yards, 4 yards. Let's tire out the defense by the second half.
3 receivers nearest to us. R.J. McDonald all by himself, and then we got encroachment here on the defense.
And that'll help us on the gaining a little bit more yards on that. So we'll have a little bit more to play with. Maybe about 3rd and 2 instead of 3rd and 7.
So that brings the ball up to midfield, and now Damian Littleton time maybe here on 3rd down and 2. Can I call it or what? Littleton drags a body right to the 1st down marker. Nice tackle on the play there by Miguel Rijo, but not before Minutemen get a 1st down, Reed.
Yeah, and that's why we want to see the official move that hand to 1st down motion.
Well, if that last 1st down was a 1st down, then that was definitely a 1st down.
Absolutely.
Will Hawkins nearest to us. 2 receivers slotted to his right here on 1st and 10 inside Fork Union territory. Lenoff facing pressure. Airmails
Oh,
it.
my
It's
goodness.
one-arm grab by R.J. McDonald.
Wow. What a fantastic catch, ladies and gentlemen. One hand up, well overthrown, and he came down with it with that one-hand grab and tucked it away while 2 guys were on him. What a fantastic grab for a 1st down.
Take another look at it. Man, what a catch. R.J. McDonald back to live action, 1st and 10. And the run goes nowhere, maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
And I think if you're wondering how he caught that ball, I think it has a lot to do with those Phenom gloves that we're playing with today. Those are fantastic gloves. So if you're looking for a pair of gloves as a receiver, you want to start out by looking for those Phenom gloves.
Brother. Got a couple pairs. I use them great for gardening. Just all-purpose gloves.
Oh, and he's wide open
on the near side. That's number 18 for the touchdown for the Minutemen. What a score that was.
We're taking the roof down here. Wow, what a play.
Who is number 18? I don't know. Can you find out for us? All right, we're going to find out who number 18 is, but it's a touchdown, and the Minutemen strike first.
They really confused the defense on that, and he was all by himself. There wasn't a defender within 15 yards of him, so somebody misplaced that on the defensive side.
You couldn't script a better start. Now Nick Wright for the first extra point attempt, and it's going to be good. 7-0 Palmetto Prep. How about that? Nick Wright with the extra point. We'll take a break. Just underway here in the opening quarter. 7-0 Minutemen. We haven't seen a 7-0 score yet this season. Nick Wright booting his first extra point. On a couple bounces, it's taken on the run again by Anderson, who's trying to get to the outside, and he's going to give Fork Union good field position at the 45. But Reed, a takeaway, a score. This has been a great, impressive start for the Minutemen.
Yeah, that's kind of how you want to start the game. Get some a little leverage, get that turnover, and turn it into points. That becomes very important. Gives the guys confidence and gets that defense fired up to hold the score the way it is. So let's see what the Minutemen can do as they see their second series here.
Once again, it will be Joseph Landicini who turned the ball over on the opening drive. He was running for his life, and Nick Wright ripped it right out of his hands. But good field position now for Fork Union as they look to respond. They've taken the first blow. Let's see how they get up off the mat. Cook on the run. And Cook's got 3 yards on first down to the 48.
So a solid stop there by the defense. Again, not giving up too much on the run. They seem to be pursuing the flow of the offense very well. So let's see if they can continue to shut down that run, not give up those big plays.
So 2nd down and 7 near midfield at the 48. Second drive of the game now for Fork Union. We're still trying to figure out who number 18 is. Nobody knows. He got the touchdown.
Oh, they're going to take
more
it down.
Pressure coming from Palmetto Prep and a sack. Tyler Lassiter picking up the sack. That's his 4th of the season, Reed.
Yeah, and that was a great pursuit by the defense. 3 guys coming in, and they just didn't have enough guys to block. Just wonderful defense there. Just maintained him so he couldn't get outside. Now we got a big 3rd down coming up. It's like 3rd and 15, Chris.
From the 40-yard line, with 6.5 left to go here in this opening quarter. Landicini slings it. It's complete to Petrillo, the tight end, who got 4 yards of it back, but Fork Union will have to punt, and what a start. We talked about how short-handed this defense has been, Reed, and so far, next man up has certainly stepped up.
Yeah, they're playing it well as a unit right now. Guys filling in for that position and covering up that flat just like we did on that pass play. The defensive back was right there on top of him as soon as he caught that ball.
So Xavion Wells going back to receive. What a boot. Brock Bender. And fair caught by Wells at the 21. So Palmetto Prep goes back on offense here in just a moment. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. Second possession offensively for the Minutemen. Boy, what a start for Palmetto Prep. Damian Littleton, big hole. He's bulldozing his way to the 28.
So he's going to get the momentum up to probably another 2 yards there. So it looks like probably a six-yard gain. And that guy just motors forward. There's no going backwards when he gets that ball.
By the way, I've got number 18 as Darrell Taylor, and I think his dad is out there, and I think his dad knows where to find me on Twitter. So, sir, Mr. Senior, please let me know if that's wrong. This time it's a no-gainer for Littleton as the defense is ready.
He lost his footing there on that one, Chris. He just kind of went down at the line of scrimmage. I think he lost his footing. Big 3rd down again.
So 3rd and 4. Got to get it to the 33-yard line. Bunched formation. And the sweep is going to come up short.
Yeah.
So both defenses picking it up here on these second drives for both offenses.
Yeah, that hole was there momentarily, but it closed immediately as he ran in there, and there was no blockers in front of him. So defense shut him down that time. So we 1, 2, 3 and out, which hopefully we get a decent punt here, back them way up.
Kamari Wells, the tackler on that third down attempt. Back to receive, Traylon Slade, and here is Caden Taylor to boot it away. Slade going to let it bounce at the 40, pick it up at the 35 on a catch. He's got space on the outside if he can get there. Can he keep his footing? He does get inside Palmetto Prep territory, but he might have had a touchdown had he been able to stay on his feet there.
Yeah, that was good tackle by the Palmetto Prep grass, because that's what slowed him down. He just lost his footing. Otherwise, I think he's returning that one for 6.
Yeah, Cameron Brown made the tackle on that. So really good field position now. Yeah, it is Darrell Taylor who caught that touchdown. So Mr. Taylor Sr., no need to bother. I've gotten confirmation now. That was a number change that we did not know about. So 1st and 10 now at the 44. Third drive of the game. New quarterback is Jaden Stewart, who's getting good protection. Can't find anybody. Now the comebacker. It's caught by Elijah Mitchell, and it's going to be a good gain all the way down to the 23 of the Minutemen.
Yeah, and they had great coverage, but there was absolutely zero pass rush. He had all the time to make that play, and then what happened was his receiver came back and picked up a 20-yard gain.
3:24 to go here in the opening quarter. Fork Union, their lone loss, same as ours, to Myrtle Beach. Game 6 of 8 straight on the road. How about that, Reed?
Yeah, that's something else.
Malachi Cook in at running back. He gets the handoff on the sweep, trying to get to the outside edge. He's being chased by Wright, but a good gain there by Malachi Cook.
Yeah, he got to the outside. That's that speed that can really hurt. You just cannot let them get outside. And Nick Wright lost his footing on that, and the guy got around him and gained about 11 yards.
So a first down now inside the red zone at the 13-yard line. Stewart and Cook remain in the backfield in a 2-receiver set. And this time Cook goes straight up the middle, and he's met by Jaquette Lester.
Yeah, there was nothing there. They're giving him more than that he was really got, but I didn't think he even got the 2 yards.
Yeah, we're on a bit of an angle up here, but that looks really generous.
Yeah, I don't believe but again, sometimes that's the benefit of when you fall forward.
Second down, and we'll call it a long 7, actually. He might have gotten 2.5 there. Back in is Gilbert, looking to throw. Pass caught to the outside. Petrillo. Is he going to get in? Yes.
He did.
And Fork Union has answered the call with a touchdown of their own and got good field position, Reed, and this is a drive that they kind of needed to get momentum back a little bit.
Yeah, they when you give a team a half field, you're putting the defense in a struggle as it is, and so they kind of marched on down the field. These short little passes have really started to hamper Palmetto Prep. They've got to cover those outside lanes.
Looks like we're going to have an extra point attempt. And the big guy, Yasimi Gensley, Pompano, Florida. The holder is Landicini, then the kick is away, and the kick is good. So we are even at 7. It's been a great start to this one. Palmetto Prep and Fork Union doing work here on this Sunday afternoon. We'll be back in just a moment. That's me, Chris Sheeman. Reed Radke, glad to be with you here at Brooklyn. Casey 7-all. Minute 42 to go here in the opening quarter as Gensley gets set to kick it away. It's going to be taken by Zayden Davis. Davis gets past the 25, and that's where Palmetto Prep will, correction, that was Darrell Taylor, past the 25.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent return, Chris. I mean, he's almost up to the 30, so let's see what this offense can bring about. See if we can get some consistency going on here and move the ball down the field.
Lucas Lenhoff remains at quarterback. Coming in at running back is Christian Dewar. So this is the first time we've seen Christian Dewar so far today. Dewar, 461 rush yards, 103 receiving yards, 564 if you don't want to do the math. Total yards, 7 touchdowns. Lenhoff thrown over the middle, and he's got Will Hawkins at midfield, and Will Hawkins is going to the house. Another touchdown and another big play for the Minutemen.
Boy, again, he just kind of scooted out of the backfield there.
73 yards, Reed.
Yeah, beyond two receivers. Both safeties let him go, and Lenhoff just threw a beautiful pass. Just touch pass right over the middle, and he was gone. They were not going to catch him.
Unbelievable.
That was nice. That was real nice. And let's see if Nick can make it 2 in a row.
So Lenhoff has 2 touchdowns today now. He's got 13 for the year, and he has gone over. That was a tough snap and a knuckler, and that is not going to work out. So 13-7. We're going to keep it right here, Reed. So Lucas Lenhoff, 13 touchdowns now, and in this first quarter, he's gone over 1,000 yards passing on the season in 6+ games, let's call it.
Yeah, he has really been sharp. Seeing the defense well, seeing the field well, and know right where his receivers are, and he puts either a strike or a touch for those receivers to make that play. I mean, that's just, folks, it doesn't get any better than that.
Lenhoff has had multiple touchdown pass games. Now, this is the third time in 6 games, and when we give you these stats, you got to remember he's playing out there with 3 other quarterbacks. Everybody plays in post-grad football. That is his 3rd touchdown of 70+ yards here in 2022 as well. Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's done very well. Really communicating well with his offensive players.
So Nick Wright is ready to kick it away now after missing the extra point. Not totally his fault on that, though. It was a tough snap. Slade is back, as is Anderson to receive, and this time it'll be Slade at the 18-yard line. Surveys at the 30, tries to get to the outside, has the 35, and he'll be stopped at the 38. Tackle on the play by Nick Harden. So that's where Fork Union will take over now. Big play after big play, it seems like, so far.
It really has for Palmetto Prep's offense. They look real sharp today. Hopefully they can kin that up. But we got defense has got to dig their heels in. They got good field position at the 37 or 38-yard line. So see if they can shut them down. Prevent the Fork Union from gaining any momentum.
Minute 12 to go here in this opening quarter. Chris Sheeman, Reed Radke, glad to be with you. Malachi Cook back out there at running back, as is Jaden Stewart at quarterback in this 4-receiver set. They've got Mitchell nearest us.
Oh,
and
wow.
Justin Poe read that perfectly. The screen was caught by Wells, but Justin Poe, what a play.
Yeah, he was right there. That was a wonderful play. He could see that coming, and he was right there to make that tackle. That's a loss of 4, Chris. And I think the receiver is making his way to the sideline. He's a little shaken up.
So Wells with the reception, but paid dearly for it. Lost 4 yards. Oh, wait a minute. Now they moved that back a little bit further than we thought, too.
Yeah, that's a loss of 5.
Yeah. So second down and 15 now with 30 seconds to go here in this opening quarter. Stewart, a two-back set. High snap, going to be handoff to
and he's going to get sacked.
Malachi Cook, and Cook is wrapped up in the backfield. Tyler Lassiter, Jaquette Lester were there, and that should wrap it for this opening quarter. So Palmetto Prep wins the first 15 minutes of this one. We'll have a 3rd and long when quarter number 2 commences. We'll be back with Palmetto Prep leading at 13-7. Chris Sheeman, Reed Radke back here. 3rd and 17 for Fork Union after Palmetto Prep got another bomb from Lucas Lenhoff, a 73-yarder to Will Hawkins to wrap up the first quarter. 3rd and 17 back at the 31-yard line for Stewart.
Oh, that's going to be a false start on the offense.
Karel Bykoff is going to come in now for Brian Edwards. So 3rd and 22 now.
I guess somebody else running off, number 57, running off the field. Defensive backs got to play home. You cannot let them get behind you.
Actually, I'm wrong. Brian Edwards shifted to the right side. Jaquette Lester is the one who came out. So 3rd and 22, blitz is on. Getting to the outside is Stewart. Stewart to the 40, Stewart to the 44, and he runs out of room about 5 yards shy of the first down.
Yeah, that pursuit, he just took the wrong angle, and that quarterback took off. Good game, but they're going to be 5 yards short, and it looks like they're going to have to come on and punt. So Palmetto Prep did their job and kept them from getting that first down, so that's good pursuit on the defense.
Craig Joyner had 30 tackles and 1 sack on the season. He was in pursuit on that play. He was first in the backfield as well. Xavier Wells back to receive the kick. Brock Bender again to punt it. And that's going to go out of bounds. See where they're going to mark that at.
And that was a great catch by the coach on the sideline there. So looks like Palmetto Prep's going to have pretty decent field position at the 40.
There's a flag down that's on Fork Union. So Palmetto Prep will take the yards. Good field position now. It looks like Caden Taylor is going to, well, let's see who's going to come in at quarterback. No, it's still Lenhoff. My apologies. Darrell Taylor is in at tight end. R.J. McDonald over on the far side. Taylor and Hawkins. Darrell Taylor and Will Hawkins nearest us. And at running back, it's Christian Dewar. Mark Bothers has taken over at left guard, it looks like. Just underway here in this second quarter. Lenhoff, handoff to Dewar. And Dewar got a couple, but really made something out of nothing. That pocket collapsed really quick, Reed.
Yeah, that defensive line was right there on the ball. He kind of scattered his way to get those 2 yards. He's a nifty runner, and he'll try to gain the yards. So that was basically all on Dewar there.
Got a good 3 yards out of it, though. Second down and 7 at the 42-ish. Lenhoff play action, has some time, slings it, looking for Taylor again.
And
he's got him. It's a touchdown again for the Minutemen.
I'll tell you, this kid is on the mark. He let that one go, and Nick Taylor ran under the ball. Again, spread the defense and took it to the house, ladies and gentlemen. And that there looks like it's, a 52-yarder, Chris?
53, I have it. We're going to run the replay back so I could take another look at it as Nick Wright gets ready. That's a 56-yarder. Man, how about the speed of Darrell Taylor as well?
Yeah, it's just amazing to be run under that ball when it's lofted up. It looked like it was going to be overthrown.
Nick Wright's got his second extra point. It is 20-7. What a start for the Minutemen. We'll be back with the kickoff here in just a moment. Chris Sheeman and Reed Radke glad to be back with you as Nick Wright gets set to kick it away. 20-7, Minutemen. Bit of a surprise here on the start. Another running go at it for Anderson. Anderson, a shoestring tackle by, how about that? It's Nick Wright, the kicker.
Yeah, that was a nice, he broke through the middle there to take that runner down. I mean, he's a do-it-all guy. Kicks the ball, plays defensive back, and makes a tackle on special teams. He's having one heck of a day.
So, just underway here in this second quarter, and a bit of a surprise. We kind of expected a defensive battle in this one, and so far, Lucas Lenhoff is just throwing bombs. Darrell Taylor's got 2 touchdowns. Will Hawkins has one as well, and it's all Minutemen right now.
Yeah, he's done real well on those deep passes. Chris, he's just seeing the field well. He really is. He knows where his receivers are, and he generally knows the speed of them. So he's putting that ball up, and they're running under it.
There was a flag down, by the way, and I think it's going to back up, or it's going to be on the Minutemen, so it's going to move up Fork Union. So they're going to have good field position again. They've had pretty good field position all game. Joseph Landicini is back in at quarterback for Fork Union as they shuffle their 2 slingers.
Uh-oh.
High snap. Man, Landicini just blown play. He's going to lose the football, and it's going to be picked up. The Minutemen fall on it, and it's Cameron Brown with the recovery.
Boy, we got, I don't want to jinx them, but we've really gotten the brakes going our way. The pursuit by the defense really caused that, Chris. Kind of put the quarterback out on the shake, and he couldn't tuck the ball away and kind of got punched out from under him. So defense playing very well.
Man, I don't think you can have scripted. I mean, I've sounded like a broken record, but this is shocking to us. Especially, look, they won the game and they won in blowout fashion, but they did not look this good last week against Brevard, these Minutemen.
No, they did not.
Caden Taylor is in at quarterback, a designed run, and that's going to be
probably a loss.
Wrapped up Miguel Rio.
Yeah, there was nothing there on that play at all. That was going to lose 2 yards. You can't call it a sack, but it's a loss of, a run, just 2-yard loss on a run. I don't know how well they'll be on those particular plays in this game, Chris.
Second down and 12. Taylor. This is going to be a jump ball. Look out. It's batted and it was almost caught by Aaron McLeod, but that was a dangerous throw there.
Yes, it was. I don't know, did that ball get tipped at the end? Because that was a dead duck coming out of the air. I'm not quite sure if it slipped out of his hands or somebody tipped it, but Palmetto is pretty lucky that kind of went down and hit the grass. You don't want to have those momentum shifts.
Caden Taylor is 3 yards shy of 500 passing yards this season. 6 touchdowns on the year. Christian Dewar is in at running back. 3 receivers on the far side. Delayed handoff. Oh, he's going. Christian Dewar is gone. A 40-yarder. Touchdown Minutemen. My goodness.
And that change of direction play, that is one of the best play action fakes on a field that you could see, folks. The quarterback going one way, the running back going the other. They threw the ball up, kind of get the Dutch Union Fork on their back heels, and then Dewar running up back the opposite way with an open field right in the middle and all the way for 6. I mean, beautiful play action play.
Wow. This is something else. I don't know what else to say. I'm kind of speechless right now. This Fork Union defense has been very disappointing. Nick Wright, kick is good again. He's 3 out of 4, and it's 27-7 Palmetto Prep. We'll be back.
Well,
I'm going to be posting these highlights all night. Welcome back, everybody. Chris Sheeman, Reed Radke here glad to be back with you, and it's 27-7. I can't believe it. 12:10 left to go here in this second quarter. This is a Fork Union team Palmetto Prep has beaten only one time. That was back in 2019, and Palmetto Prep won that one 16-7. Look out now. We've seen Jamil Anderson with some nice returns, and he almost broke that one, Reed.
Yeah, he did. He's scooting his way up the field, and you get the feeling that it's a one step there and one step there, and he could be gone. But Palmetto got to give him credit. They closed that gap on him and took him down. But, Chris, I want to say one thing about the defensive comment. I believe that it's not Union Fork's
Fork
play
Union
on defense.
Fork Union.
Fork Union, I'm
there
sorry.
There you go.
I think it's Palmetto Prep's offense. I think they're playing extremely well.
Well, the defense has 2 takeaways. Really, both sides of the football have been outstanding today. Back in at running back, Malachi Cook. Joseph Landicini remains the quarterback. Cook in motion. And a nice sling there down to the 30-yard line. Kamari Wells with the first down and a 14-yarder.
Yeah, that was a nice play. Those are tough to defend. A quick step back, a quick drop, and just fires it down the field. So
There is a flag.
It might be on the yeah. It looks like that's coming back on the offense.
Boy, a legal shift. Fork Union is having all kinds of problems here in Columbia.
Well, we'll take it. We'll take it, Chris. I mean, the defense has played very well. They just gotta keep that accelerator down and maintain their composure stay fired up.
Fork Union won last year's meeting 22-14. That was up in Virginia. Fork Union has won all but one, that 2019 game that we talked about earlier. Now the officials are getting together to talk things over. So 1st and 15 now, back at the 48-yard line, still inside Minutemen territory. Landicini on the far side through the hands of Wells that time.
Yeah, he put too much heat on that ball there, Chris. I think it was but it did hit him in the hands. Receiver should have brought it down. But that's another break for Palmetto Prep.
This is a Fork Union team like Palmetto Prep, their lone loss of the year to Myrtle Beach Prep. By the way, we'll see Myrtle Beach again here at Brooklyn Casey. That'll be the next home game on November 6th. 2 road games after this for Palmetto Prep. Now Landicini on 2nd and 15. He's going to complete it over the middle. And some nice footwork there by Traylon Slade, who gained about 4 or 5 extra yards to the 39-yard line. So a third down and manageable now, Reed.
Yeah, they got an open field there, and now it's a little bit more manageable for them on the defense.
We'll call it a 3rd down and 5 now. Elijah Mitchell and Slade, the receivers. Kamari Wells slotted nearest us, and Cook still the running back. Landicini passes caught. Yeah. On the near side, that's Mitchell. He was tackled by Cameron Brown, but right at the 1st down marker there.
We've got 12.
We've got 12:48 here, and that's 10.
Down to the 33-yard line. Boy, I'm looking at Jalen Perry, the offensive lineman. He's a big guy, the right guard. Yeah, he created that hole right there that you saw from Malachi Cook. So Cook got a nice gainer, but they got the big guy Perry doing some work on that offensive line for Fork Union.
Yeah, he's pushing him back 2 or 3 yards, and that running back's just following right behind him.
So it's a gain of 4, they'll call it. 2nd down and 6. 9.5 left to go here in this second quarter. Wells, the slot receiver near us. Mitchell as well. The tight end Petrillo slotted on the far side. They come near side once again. It's going to be caught by Mitchell. He takes it inside the 20, and another 1st down. Tackle on the play by Joyner and Jemias Glenn.
So they're plotting their way down the field here, Chris. Is just these short, quick passes they're trying to get their consistency. As Fork Union as they're methodically moving down the field here on their pass attempts. It looks like there seems to have gone one-dimensional with just throwing the ball.
Well, this is a drive I think that they strongly need points out of. Inside the red zone now at the 19-yard line is where they spot it for Landicini. Facing pressure, Lassiter got in the backfield, and he airmails it out of the end zone, but a flag is down.
Yeah,
that's not good for Minutemen fans.
No, he's going to call pass interference on that. So that's going to be 1st and goal probably.
Yeah, it would be half the distance. Which would put it inside the 10-yard line. Oh, they're going to put it at the 2 because it was in the end zone.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, this is a break that Fork Union needs a break, and they got one.
You know, and sometimes that could be the whole intention of the coach, Chris, to throw that ball up. You know, what the worst thing is it's going to be incomplete or picked off in the end zone. But you always have that chance of that pass interference.
Still in the shotgun, Landicini. Malachi Cook is the running back in a 4-receiver set, and that pass, or the snap is high. Landicini got walloped. Just walloped. Tyler Lassiter, what a play.
You know, Chris, they've been having those high snaps almost all game long, and it's really kind of backfired on him now twice. And he's lucky he came away with his head on that one. He just got sacked like nobody's business there.
Tyler Lassiter has played extremely well among others here today, as you see the play once again. So now a 2nd down. It's at the 10-yard line, so an 8-yard loss, but still very manageable situation here on a 2nd and goal.
And now he's under center, Chris. I think the chance of that high snap is starting to kill them.
Play action now. Landicini looking over the middle, and that was almost picked off. Justin Poe almost had it. I thought it was a flag in the end zone, but it was just somebody's shoes.
Yeah, some of these shoe colors kind of get you carried away. So we had that earlier on in the season where one of the teams had got 3 guys with yellow shoes on and got me all miscombobulated. So now we got something that really is beneficial to Palmetto Prep with 3rd down here, Chris.
At the midway point of this 2nd quarter, 3rd and goal. Under center again, Landicini. He's going to hand it off now to Malachi Cook, and Malachi Cook is stood up after a gain of 3.
And I think they're setting themselves up for 4 downs territory here. We'll see if they go for it, but it looks like they're going to go for it, Chris.
A very big 4th and goal from the 7 now for Fork Union. It was 7-0 in the midway point of the 1st quarter. Lent off to Darrell Taylor for 32 yards. Then Stewart hit Petrillo to tie us late in that 1st quarter. Since then, the wheels have come off. So this is a really big play right now for Fork Union. They've got to find the end zone, down 3 scores now. Landicini going to complete it, and they're going to come up short. Kamari Wells couldn't get in.
Wow.
What a stop by the Minutemen once again.
Yeah, it really was, Chris. I think the receiver lost track of where the end zone line was. It appeared that he just ran straight. I really do think he lost track of where that end zone was. He had plenty of chance to turn and dive into the end zone. I think he lost his place. But whatever, it's good for the defense. We'll take it.
So Caden Taylor back out there on offense for Palmetto Prep. Damian Littleton back in at running back for the first time since the opening drive, I believe. They're still working Littleton back slowly. He did get the start today, but we're not going to see a ton of him. But with them backed up in their own end zone, get the big guy in there and try to get some breathing room here. And the handoff does go to Littleton, and he just got out of the end zone. He lost a yard there, Reed.
Yeah, he barely got out of that end zone. There was no actually momentum push there. That defensive front for Fork Union is pretty solid.
They've got Carter Gaskins up there as the nose guard. Now it's going to be a pitch to Littleton. Littleton, a little more room.
Yeah, we
He's
got
going to
a couple
get
flags
past the 5-yard line, and a flag, as Reed mentioned.
Oh, gosh.
Beautiful fall day here in Columbia. It was 66 degrees, partly cloudy. We've seen the sun come and go here this afternoon so far. But really lovely day for football.
We got some discussions going on down in the field here. I don't know if they're sure what's going to happen here. Looks like they're going to move us back. Personal foul. Looks like hands to the face. Well, that's not good.
Well, you can only go so far back when you're pretty much on the goal line to begin with. So Fork Union does take the penalty, but we're pretty much right back where we started here on a 2nd down and 12. Ball at the half-yard line. Littleton again. Littleton's got room now, and he's going. He's at the 20. Littleton's at the 30, 35, and he's bumped out of bounds. Good pursuit there by Justin Harris, but a huge gain by Littleton.
That's wonderful run by Littleton. And you know what you got to like, Chris? He felt the runners coming up behind him. Littleton's not the fastest, but he covered that ball to protect it. And as a coach, you got to love that. The guy that can feel the defense coming up to him, and he makes sure he covered that ball.
Ball all the way out to the 37-yard line. Christian Dewar checking in to give Littleton a breather now. Pass is caught over on the far side.
Nice little flare out there. Gives them another 1st down, Chris, helping them move this ball down the field. The longer they can keep this momentum, the more they can tire out that defense, who's starting to look like they're getting tired. You're starting to see some frustration from that defensive line and hands on the hips by some of the linebackers.
I believe that was Jacob Parker on the catch. I'm not 100%. I don't have 81 on my roster. Christian Dewar now takes it just past midfield for a gain of 4. It was Parker? Okay.
And now they're in a hurry up here, Chris.
So they'll call it a 4-yard gain at midfield, and they might have gotten Fork Union to jump here.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. That's Hayden's quick call, his cadence, and he's throwing off that defensive line. So it looks like they're going to get a little more yards here, another 5 yards for the offense. Uh-oh.
Oh, they called false start. We're going to take a look. We got the replay up right now. No, that's a terrible call.
You know that was.
Oh, terrible.
The ref even pointed. The officials pointed towards Fork Union, and then they changed their mind. I don't know what they saw.
They were absolutely wrong on that one, but now Taylor's in trouble, and Caden's going to be sacked. The big guy, Miguel Rio, we've called his name a few times, sacks him all the way back at the 35-yard line.
That's a big loss. I mean, that really puts you in a hole at 3rd down. I don't know what play works here. You got to find something in that 10 to 15-yard square out. Hopefully you can get some yards after the catch, but you don't want to go too deep here.
It's a 3rd down and 21, and they're going to play it safe, up 3 scores. Christian Dewar going to take it to the 40, so the Minutemen will punt for the first time in 4 drives.
Yeah, that's good. That gives them some play to get with, though, Chris. They'll hopefully get a good punt here, push them way back, and you maintain that conservative play. But that sack really hurt them.
The penalty really hurt them. So Matthias Farabee is going to go back to receive. He's standing at his 32-yard line. Again, Caden Taylor will kick it away with the clock ticking at 3:09 left to go. And we're going to get a timeout. Timeout, Minutemen. We will step aside as well late in this second quarter. Chris Sheeman and Reed Radke back here with you. So it's a 2-game road trip now. The Minutemen will have a week off in between, but the big game is next Sunday at Birmingham Sports Academy. Then they'll go to Fayetteville, North Carolina on the 30th and take on Methodist. We'll be back with you on the 6th against Myrtle Beach, and it's been confirmed that we will have the championship game for you on November 13th, most likely against Birmingham. So they changed receivers now. Jameel Anderson is going to return this. He's standing at his 25. Takes it on the bounce at the 25. Trying to find some space on the far side.
He gets taken down hard.
He got popped. That was Kentrell Jones, I believe. So plenty of time here if you're Fork Union. Again, you've really got to try to find a score. Remember, Fork Union won the toss. They deferred. Palmetto Prep's been hitting your defense with big play after big play. So this is another really important drive here at the end of the half if you're a Blue Devils fan.
Yeah, and this is Fork Union's got to get some points here. They don't want to go into the half down by 3 scores. They want to have some type of momentum that they can discuss during the halftime. And for Palmetto Prep, they want to continue to play just as well as they have been throughout the game and really put the pressure on Fork Union when they come into the half.
Jaden Stewart is in at quarterback. John Gilbert is the running back now for the Blue Devils. Stewart looking to throw. It's caught over on the far side by Mitchell, but a flag is down.
Yeah, we'll find out whose that's on. It came out early, so it looks like it could be on the offense.
That is the body language that I'm seeing so far.
We got looks like some helmet problems with defensive back that's coming back off the field. 26, looks like he's got some equipment problems.
So an eligible man downfield. Is that a 5-yarder or a 10-yarder?
That's a 5-yarder.
So they'll have it now at their own 29-yard line. Not a good start, though, with 2:45 and counting.
Right now, that clock is Palmetto Prep's friend.
Jaden Stewart managed the lone scoring drive for Fork Union, hit the tight end Petrillo for a 13-yard touchdown. In motion now is Gilbert near us. And Stewart looked that way, then took off and maybe got a yard. Taken down by Brian Edwards there.
Yeah, there wasn't much there in defensive end by Brian Edwards. Just good pursuit there, getting blocked and still having the ability to push off from the block and make that tackle for basically a 1-yard gain. So defense playing very well right now, Chris.
Brian Edwards came in 7 tackles and a sack on the year, but his numbers, he's going to get more of an opportunity, as is Bykoff. We've seen him play more as the season has gone on. Pocket collapsing again. Running for his life is Stewart. His pass was tipped. It's still caught.
Good
and
heavens.
A nice gain out to the 40-yard line. Shoestring tackle by Justin Poe, but the catch by Kevin Glenn.
Yeah, that was a broken play. The ball got tipped, and then for some odd reason, the receiver was in the right position to make that finger tap grab. Good tackle by Palmetto to not get beat deep on that.
3rd down and 4. Fork Union, I'm surprised by the urgency here. They've let so much time run off.
Yes, they have. That clock continues to roll.
Stewart again, this time a little more protection. Now here comes Kentrell Jones. Stewart going to get to the outside. He will have the first down. Tyler Lassiter makes the tackle. So the clock stops momentarily, but we're down to 54 seconds. You've got to get lined up now if you're Fork Union.
Yeah, well, Palmetto Prep will let you do that all day long. Those 5-yard gains, you're going to run out of time. They just over-pursued that quarterback. He's got some nifty feet. He can get out of the pocket, but really is not a good runner in the open field.
There is still just not a lot of urgency right now. We're down to 34 seconds. Boy, I'm real surprised with this Fork Union team here today. Pass over the middle is going to be incomplete, and that might benefit the Blue Devils because they can stop the clock here.
Yeah, that's going to stop the clock. Maybe it gives them some time to reconnect, recomposure, talk it up in the huddle as to where they need to be. They want to move down the field to get at least some points. I'm not sure how their field goal kicking team is, but you would think that they'd want to get some points on the board before they go into the half, Chris.
I'm just really surprised with the lackadaisical way that they're approaching this. So 26 seconds, second down and 10 at the 45-yard line for Stewart and the offense. 3 receivers near us. He's got the tight end Petrillo slotted nearest to his left. All kinds of
time in the world here.
Stewart to the near side. Stewart still not finding anybody. Stewart now will run for it. Stewart's got some room, got to get out of bounds, and he does at the 35-yard line. So a nice gain there, but we're down to 12 seconds, and we got a flag down at midfield, Reed.
Yeah, that one's coming back. As Stewart was jigging and jagging through the crowd, there was a block in the back by Fork Union, and so that ball's going to come back. And we have a Minuteman player down on the field, and he is not getting up. So that's not good, but that ball will come back. We'll probably have to get back to you and let you know who the player is and how it goes.
Yeah, we'll step aside here for a moment, folks, and we'll be right back.
Excellent.
I didn't say Simon Says.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Chris Sheeman, just kind of checking in. We're still in a timeout here. Wanted to let you know, though, it is Cameron Brown who is down, and looks like they're helping him up. So that's a good sign. Cameron Brown, earlier in this game, had a fumble recovery and has played well, now stepping up. He was starting in place of Trey McGahee, so now Cameron Brown is hurt. And it looks like we're going to get back to action. So Xavion Wells will come in.
I think they put 89 in Brown's place. I'm not sure who 89 is. But
we got Kendall Thorne, the receiver, who's playing now. Actually, he's going to take Xavion's spot as a safety. So it was Brule Gonzalez and Wells who were the safety. Now Wells goes over to corner. And the penalty, by the way, was on Fork Union. They've got another flag down. 3 seconds left to go. There's another flag down. And
Chris, Fork Union is just playing sloppy ball at this moment. I think that the half is going to do them justice, where they can get in and really talk about fundamentals and executing, because they're really struggling right now.
Yeah, I didn't talk to Frank Garrett, the head coach, longtime assistant and head coach for Fork Union, but it's my understanding through third parties conversations that they've had some injuries and they're a little bit short-handed today. So is Palmetto Prep, though. It's no excuse in this game when everybody has injuries, but
And we're down to a receiver in our defensive backfield. So really, you're right. There is no excuse.
but the injury certainly affecting the Blue Devils a little bit more today than it has the Minutemen. At least for now. Still another half to play. We'll see what they do here. Maybe see what kind of arm Stewart has. This is a practice play right here, folks, towards the end of the half. And that snap is way too high. Stewart got a fall on it. He does, and a miserable first half comes to an end for Fork Union. But a really good first half closes for the Minutemen. They go to the locker room up 3 scores against the team that has beaten them 4 of the last 5 times here in this series. It's 27-7 Palmetto Prep. 3 touchdowns by Lucas Lenhoff in that first half, and Christian Dewar, a 42-yard scramble, has Palmetto Prep up 3 scores as we go to the half. We'll take the full 15 minutes, folks. We'll be back with the second half in just a little bit. Don't go too far. Welcome back to Brookland Casey. Good first half for Palmetto Prep. 3 touchdowns for Lucas Lenhoff, 2 of them to Darrell Taylor, and Christian Dewar with another score. Petrillo had the touchdown grab for Fork Union, but 27-7, Minutemen in control of this one after the first 30 minutes. Chris Sheeman, Reed Radke, glad to be back with you. Fork Union won the toss and elected to receive in the first half, so they will be kicking it away. The offensive lineman, Yusimi Gensley, will do the honors as we're underway here in this second half, as that knuckler will go out of bounds. Want to say just a couple of things. So good field position to start for Palmetto Prep, but I saw Cameron Brown while I was walking to use the little broadcaster's room at halftime. I saw Cameron Brown down there, and just in case there's any family, or I don't speculate or anything like that, but he was walking on his own. He looked fine. He looked okay. The trainer was with him. I don't see him out there right now, so he might be back in the locker room. But again, folks, if you're worried, if you're a worried mama or worried papa or whoever you might be, I did see him. He looked okay. So Nick Richardson, we're going to see him for the first time here in the ball game to start this second half. Looks like Damian Littleton will get another series as well for the Minutemen. Raheem Diarra-Suba is the lone receiver over to the far side. Braxton Turner slotted. First appearance for Braxton here today. Damian Littleton, big hole up the middle, and he might have the first down. He stood up right at the mark. Looks like they're going to give him 11. We'll see where the spot.
He definitely got the first down there, Chris. He just right up the middle of that hole. The offensive line doing a good job of opening that and running with him to block the secondary and the linebackers to push that ball back. So they don't let up. This is a good sign here.
Ball at the 45-yard line. Littleton, we saw him sparingly against Brevard after missing the Birmingham game. He gets another run here and takes it for a gain of 4.
Yeah, and he's a bulldozer. He just likes to plow through and push those guys forward. So this is, if Palmetto Prep just keep handing the ball off to Littleton, I just move the ball methodically down the field.
Will Caron, the nose guard, making the stop on the play, but another 4-yarder for Littleton. 3 receivers now on the far side. R.J. McDonald nearest us. Littleton going to be met for a loss that time. Loss of 1 back to the 48-yard line. Good pressure there. Number 18 is Brock Ualine. I hope I'm somewhat right there. And also number 15, Justin Harris.
Yeah, he had half of the defense tackling Littleton that time.
3rd down and 7. Got to get it to Fork Union's 45-yard line. Richardson, R.J. McDonald, and that went through R.J.'s hands and incomplete.
Yeah, that ball was thrown behind him. So that's a tough catch to make when your momentum's going one there, and you got to turn and try to grab that ball. And that lucky that there was no defensive backs in the area to pick that one off.
So a 3 and out to start off this second half for the 3rd time here today. It'll be Caden Taylor to kick it away, and Jameel Anderson ready to return for Fork Union. We've seen some nice returns from Anderson. He almost broke one the last time, so be interesting to see where Caden goes with this kick. He is going to kick it to him, and it's going to be bobbled at the 20. And it's deflected a couple of times, and now there's a scrum for it, but I think the Minutemen might be on it. And they are.
That is a Palmetto ball. Chris, on those type of kicks, when that ball shores up from a little short you got to let that ball bounce. You can't try to get your fingers under there, and that's where that was a big mistake on that receiving team to try to scoop that ball up. And that happens a lot. Palmetto Prep right there to take advantage of it.
Lucas Lenhoff is going to come back in at quarterback inside the red zone. 3rd turnover today for Fork Union. Their lone loss this year to Myrtle Beach. Much like the Minutemen, Fork Union 4-1. The Minutemen are 5-1. Palmetto Prep 4-1 here at Brooklyn Casey. Lucas Lanoff going for it all. He's got R.J. McDonald and just a little bit too high.
Yeah, just a little overthrown, maybe by a yard, just to the outstretched hands of the receiver there. But you can see Palmetto Prep really putting the pressure down to try to put this game away.
Lucas Lenhoff is going to make a four-year school very, very happy. I like the way that he just kind of took ownership. That's good leadership. You tell the receiver, hey, I was a little bit off there. That's my bad. Second down and 10 now at the 19. Littleton trying to get to the outside, and he's met by 4 defenders. Helmet came off as well, so I'm not sure whose. So it's a gain of 2. It'll be third down and 8. Might see a field goal here for the first time this year.
Yeah, we're in that range. We'll see.
Just underway here in this second half. Turnover in good position here for the Minutemen. Almost got him to jump again, and they might have. I say might have because it looked clear that they did jump, but last time it was called false start.
Yeah, there's a lot of finger pointing, but the official points the bonus of the Minutemen. So we're going to have a penalty on the defense there.
Even a clock is right twice a day, ladies and gentlemen. So that'll bring up a third down and 3. Darius Naylor is going to check in. Littleton still out there. R.J. McDonald's on the far side, as is Taylor. And Will Hawkins is nearest us. Lenhoff directing traffic. Littleton tries the right side, and it's going to be close.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to be short there, Chris. I think you go for it, but it's going to be 4th and 1. I think you go for it here.
Well, the offense is staying out there, so I think they agree with you. Lenoff is under center, going quickly, and he dives ahead for an easy first down there. If you're just joining us, Lucas Lenoff went over 1,000 yards passing in the opening quarter. He's up to 14 touchdown passes on the year. Meanwhile, for Christian Dewar, he ran for his 8th touchdown here in 2022. Back in that first half on a 42-yard scramble, his longest of the year. First and goal, Minutemen. Ooh, that might be on us.
That's going to be on us.
It looked a little awkward from the get-go. I was just going to say that.
Yeah, it seemed to be taking our time with somebody calling the play. Lenhoff looking off to the sideline to the coach. Seemed to be really taking a while. Then looking like the cadence was off as well and made that left tackle move.
Still haven't broken 70 degrees, but has warmed up a few degrees out there. The sun's been a little more prevalent than the clouds as the afternoon has gone on. In motion is Taylor. He gets the handoff. Darrell Taylor trying to get to the outside, makes a spin move at the 6. He almost got horse-collared, but taken down there by Anderson.
Yeah, that was a good run, though, but you're right. He almost did. Spinning around on that, he almost got the horse collar. So, but good pickup. Good pickup.
Last home game until November for the Minutemen as they try to keep this 4-game winning streak going. They'll be at Birmingham on the 16th and then at Methodist on the 30th. Taylor in motion again. This time it's going to be Littleton who spins and makes it his way into the end zone once again. Touchdown Minutemen. Damian Littleton, 6th touchdown of the year.
And that's a great play, Chris. They had the same lineup, basically looked the same from the defensive side, but handed to Littleton going the opposite direction and really confused that defense for that wide open hole for him to run in. So good play calling here by the coach as well. Seems like everything's clicking.
We had a little oopsie-daisy there, but it'll be Nick Wright now to try to kick the extra point. He's 3 for 4 today. And that one knuckles through. 34-7. It's all Palmetto Prep. 9:40 to go here in the third quarter. We will be right back. Chris Sheeman and Reed Radke back here with you as Nick Wright, another good kickoff. Anderson going to pick it up. Anderson's done a nice job returning today for the most part, out to the 31 this time. Better special teams play for the Minutemen, and Brian Hart with the tackle that time.
Yeah, they're maintaining his posture pretty well to keep him from getting outside and then making those long gains. So good pursuit there by the defense again.
Another scoring drive for the Minutemen, a 19-yard drive after the turnover by Fork Union, their third of the game. And now the offense taking the field. It looks like Jaden Stewart will be the quarterback, and John Gilbert will be the running back. You know, we saw a lot of John Gilbert running. He's kind of a little bit like Damian Littleton, might be a little bit bigger even, and they've kind of gone away from him. They cannot get a snap off. It's another busted play, and Stewart falls down. Did the ball come out? It looks like it's still going to be Fork Union football, but man, these snaps are just not working out today.
No, they really aren't. It's almost every at least one a series, Chris. I'm not quite sure what the center's doing, but he's kind of getting an earful from his right guard right now. It's kind of cheering him on, but boy, I'll tell you, he's having a tough game.
We talked a little bit about maybe some injuries for Fork Union. I got to think some of those injuries are on the offensive line. This is just unlike them to be this sloppy. So second down and forever. Another high snap. This time Stewart with a nice little gainer as he takes it out to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, he took off right away, Chris. I think he realized that, at that high snap, he didn't have the time to get his feet down, but he gained about 8 yards there.
Jaden Stewart, his senior year at Union High School in Jersey, 1,127 passing yards, but he had 520 rushing yards, so he's a guy. We've seen his running ability here today, at times out of necessity. So third down and 12 now. Stewart getting good protection. On the cross route, it's Petrillo, and he's going to be well short of the first down. Hey, there's Cameron Brown. I told you he was fine, folks. Cameron Brown, Tyler Lassiter, and a few others there on the tackle.
Yeah, he came in to clean up on that tackle. Again, a good pursuit keeping him from really just getting back to the line of scrimmage, just a yard over the line of scrimmage. But this defense has played very, very well.
Every time we play a school with a lot of kids from New Jersey, I get hungry because I start to think about pie. That's all I can think of. Like, I bet he knows a good pizza place. That's if you want to know what's going through a broadcaster's mind while he's calling the action. Boy, I bet that Petrillo knows where to get a good slice. That's pretty much what's going through my mind. Kicking it away again is Brock Bender. It's going to be fair caught by Xavion Wells. It was higher than I think he expected it, but he does have it at the 33. We're going to take a break, and I'm going to eat a little something, and then we'll come back. Welcome back, everybody. Nick Richardson remains at quarterback. Christian Dewar has checked in at running back. Aaron McLeod, the receiver nearest to us. Looks like Jacob Parker's out there, as well as Kendall Thorne and Aaron Cuthbertson. Good pressure that time, and the sack by John Gilbert. Second time we've called his name, so that's a huge loss on first down for Palmetto Prep. Looks like a loss of 12, and it'll be 2nd and 22.
Yeah, not a good start on the first one. How you want to start on a series after your defense really shuts them down. But again, like you said, good pursuit on the defense, and Richardson just couldn't get away. Didn't have the ball in his hand to kind of throw that downfield either.
We've called John Gilbert's name a few times for Fork Union. He has played well. Second and 22. Richardson looking to throw on the far side. It is caught, but just going sideways out to the 25-yard line. I believe it was Kendall Thorne. Let me check the number. It was Kendall Thorne.
Yeah, it looks like it may be a gain of a yard. I mean, there really wasn't much there, Chris.
Minutemen still in control, even though this drive not looking so hot so far. Third down, and we'll call it 20. They're going to hand it off. Christian Dewar starts left, goes right. He's out to the 30, and a flag comes in.
Yeah, that's probably going to be holding.
So they'll likely decline the penalty, and it'll be another 3 and out for Palmetto Prep. Minutemen have lost a lot of the momentum that they've gained, but Fork Union really has not capitalized. It was a really entertaining first quarter, a dominating second quarter by Palmetto Prep, and it's been a little iffy on both sides here in this third quarter. So Caden Taylor will come out to kick it away. This time going back is Traylon Slade. He's a local guy, local-ish by Fork Union standards from Powdersville. Oh, they're going to fake it. Taylor, he's got a man and he overshot him, looking for Justin Poe. So a little trickeration by the Minutemen, but it does not pan out.
It did not pan out, and he was open, Chris. I mean, there was nobody near him. Taylor just overthrew him.
So
that's too bad.
It could have worked. It maybe should have worked, but it didn't work. And now if you're Fork Union, you're down a bunch here. But 4 touchdowns, you're down. But an opportunity to get back in it with 5:04 left to go here in the third quarter. This is the best field position they've had all day. The last time they started inside Minutemen territory, that was their lone scoring drive back late in that first quarter. Coming back in, Joseph Landicini. Malachi Cook, the running back. High snap again. Landicini. They're going to blow it dead at the 45-yard line. You've got to make a change, right?
I would think so, Chris. That's almost every series now, and I don't understand it. Maybe they don't have another center. But,
try something.
Yeah,
like
line
this
the
is not working.
Up behind the center and get out of the shotgun because it's obviously killing them. It's been killing them all day long.
Austin Airy, the fullback, has come in now. That is a loss of 14. Second down and 24.
Oh, boy.
He's got the yips now. I mean, that's an unbelievable throw and catch, though. Slade's got it. Slade's going. A terrible play by Palmetto Prep's defense. And they bail out Fork Union there. Landicini, what a throw, though, Reed.
Yeah, when that happens over and over, the defensive backs see that, and eventually you let up, and you come in, and you've seen that, and I think that they got hoodwinked. I think the defensive backs got hoodwinked. They thought it was another broken play, and that ball bounced right for the quarterback into his hands, and that's really all she wrote. I mean, he was 6 points just like that.
The extra point is blocked. They can return this. It's going to be picked up by Cameron Brown. Cameron Brown's got some blockers. Cameron Brown got to cut it up the middle, and he does. Now he escapes one tackler, and he's going to run out of room. But almost a return there for the Minutemen. It would have been their second of the year. As it is, though, 34-13 Palmetto Prep. We'll take a break and come back here with the kickoff in just a moment.
Yeah,
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Sheeman, Reed Radke here with you, and Darrell Taylor and a few others set to receive the kickoff by Gensley, who boots it. It's actually going to be taken by Parker at the 30. Parker running sideways, and he might have gained a yard. So the Minutemen will have it at the 31-yard line, and some momentum now for Fork Union. Still down 3 scores, but an interesting drive, to say the least.
Yeah, it really was, Chris. The two over-the-head hikes, and then the second one where it bounced into the quarterback's hands for kind of opened up the defense, and they got kind of caught flat-footed. And now they find themselves in a hole where they got to get that momentum back.
The other quarterbacks, Nick Richardson, Caden Taylor, played really well against Brevard. We needed to see a little something out of them here now. It's Richardson again. Oh, correction, that's Lenhoff back in. Lenhoff the pitch to Dewar, and might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, there really wasn't much there. Their defense has really slowed everything down with the run there. That front three is played very, very well.
Well, folks, evidently my software froze, but we are in the third quarter and not the second quarter. So updated that for you. Second down and 10 now at the 31-yard line for Palmetto Prep. Lenhoff's got two receivers to each side. He's looking to throw some pressure. Lenhoff hit as he threw and just trying to get rid of it as the pocket was collapsing around him. So that'll bring up a third down and 10, and Fork Union gets a 3 and out here. Could be interesting fourth quarter.
Yeah, you get a quick stop here and get that ball back, and you can move it down the field. You're right, Chris. It could be a very interesting fourth quarter.
All the more baffling the way they just kind of allowed that 2-minute drive to go wasted towards the end of the half. But anyways, 3rd and 10. Lenhoff, this time he's got time, and he's got R.J. McDonald inside Fork Union territory at the 47-yard line.
And that was a really nice play there. Be able to come back into the center, and Lenhoff hit him in stride for a first down.
Gain of 22 on the play. And another third down conversion for the Minutemen. Dewar remains the running back here. Lenhoff going to hand it off to him. And Christian Dewar is going to be wrestled down. Miguel Rio, we've talked about him a few times as well here today with the WWE style tackle.
Yeah, I mean, now they're going to, seems like I said, that they've really started to slow that run down.
Kendall Thorne went in motion. Now he goes back to the far side. Second down and 10. Lenhoff rolls to the near side. He's got RJ. And RJ catches it out of bounds, or gets out of bounds after the catch is what I should say. And he's got the first down, I believe. Now they're going to mark him a yard shy. You know who Christian Dewar reminds me of, and this is going to be ridiculous, and I don't mean to put this kind of pressure on the kid, but he reminds me of Barry Sanders, because Barry Sanders used to be -4 yards, -4 yards, -4 yards, line of scrimmage, 80-yard run. Always. That's exactly how Christian Dewar, he's got that big play ability, but handoff goes to Littleton now, who checks back in, and he falls forward for a gain of a couple.
Yeah, it kind of got gobbled up as he plowed through the line there. Got himself about a yard and a half.
Caden Taylor's coming in now. Is it second down? Is it second down?
Yeah, that gave him the first down.
Okay, so 2nd and 9. Handoff again to Littleton. Littleton, he's going forward. He's got a big run. He's dragging bodies inside the 20, inside the 15, and Damian Littleton looking 100% to me.
Yeah, he really does look good. Nice and healthy, and he's got that momentum running his way and taking players with him.
So the drive continues as you take another look at the run. Now I believe Lenhoff has come back in. So Damian Littleton, another nice run for him here today. He started the third quarter scoring with a rushing touchdown. Lenhoff looking to throw now, pocket collapsing behind him. He looking for McDonald, overshot him on the near side.
And that might be roughing the passer, Chris.
Yeah, flag is down there.
I'm not quite sure what that's on, but it's in the vicinity of roughing the passer.
With 45 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
And I can't quite see what the official is calling, but his back's to me, so I can't see his hand motion. Oh. Well, there
So
you
it
go.
is. It is roughing.
That's going to be a first down.
So a 1st and goal after the penalty. Boy, you go back to the beginning of this drive, and Fork Union had an opportunity for a 3 and out.
They did, Chris.
And boy, things have shifted, and now this could be the game right here. Lenoff sends Diarasuba in motion. Littleton runs to the right side, and he's going to be stood up.
Yeah, not much there.
Picks up a yard or so. It's to the 6-yard line.
So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 6. Now Darius Naylor has checked in. They're going to send out Jacob Parker. So let's see if Littleton gets it again here. And look out for that left side where Naylor is set up. Nope, they're going to throw it. They were looking for Darius. Now they try to find him. And Lenoff threw it out of the end zone to escape pressure. So, 3 quarters in the books. Minutemen up 3 scores. It'll be 3rd and goal when we come back. Chris Sheeman and Reed Radke back here with you. Again, a look at the upcoming schedule. So we're off until November. Chris Sheeman has a couple weeks off. His gas bill is going down. West Dorton's gas bill is going up for this month. But we'll be back with you, and it is confirmed we will be with you for the championship game on the 13th as well. So 3rd down and goal from the 6 as we start this final quarter. Minutemen up 3 scores, trying to put the nails in the coffin here. Going to throw it out, and it's going to be caught by Kendall Thorne, I believe.
And that is going to solidify the offense pressure that they put on the defense today. I mean, just a nice little quick, sharp pass and get another 6 on the board.
That faked me because I thought for sure he was going to throw it to Littleton, and it faked the defense as well because it looked like he was staring down Littleton and then hit Kendall Thorne. 4 touchdowns today for Lenoff, a season high. We got a late sub here. Will Hawkins sprinting in. So Nick Wright kicks. No, he's no good that time. So 34-13, or excuse me, 40-13. Palmetto Prep. We'll take time out here and come back in just a moment. Chris Sheeman, Reed Radke, glad to be with you. 40-13. I did not have this score in my prediction card when things started here today, but fantastic performance by Palmetto Prep. This win streak will continue on, and they're going to win just their 2nd game ever against Fork Union as Nick Wright kicks it off, and it goes out of bounds. So Good field position here for the Blue Devils, but they're going to need a lot to go their way here in the fourth quarter to really have a shot.
Yeah, the first thing that they got to do is figure out between the quarterback and the center. That's been killing them all day long. And I don't understand. There's been no adjustment made to that, Chris. Why they're not lining up right behind the center is beyond me. But that's a big problem.
It worked out in their favor. They did get a touchdown out of it on their last play, but yeah, it's been very difficult. Looks like they've got Jalen Prusler, a linebacker, in, and they listen to you, Reed. They're going under center here.
Yeah, I think that you have to for the remainder of the game. Nice tackle there.
Nick Harden making a great play as Malachi Cook couldn't get to the left side.
Yeah, they lost a yard there on that one, Chris. The defensive line just getting right up on the ball as the quarterback got right up on the center. So obviously they knew it was a run. So
actually, whoever the fullback is 34, and I don't have a 34, so I can't tell you who he is. Still a two-receiver set, and again, Joseph Landicini, the quarterback, is under center. Play action this time. Landicini escapes, directs his receiver to come back, and throws it a little bit high, intended for Elijah Mitchell.
Yeah, that was well overthrown, but they really need to make some adjustments that. As they seem to be, under center is going to cause them some troubles as they roll out and make these throws downfield.
Jaquette Lester was applying the pressure on Landicini that time. New receiver is in. It's Hyson Dalton. He's lined up nearest us. Three receivers set now. Landicini facing pressure, slings it. It's caught. We'll see where they spot it. Completed pass to Kamari Wells. And it looks like they're going to have the first down.
Yeah, they've got just enough to get that first down.
So Landicini goes over to the sideline. This is game 6 of 8 straight on the road to start the season. They'll be at Bridgewater Fork Union on the 23rd, and then 3 home games after that starting November 6th against Queen City. Ball at the 45. Landicini dropping back. Slings it. That was almost intercepted by Xavion Wells.
Yeah, and he had good protection too. It's He's just amazing that he just underthrew that runner there. But quarterback had some good protection on that play.
This would be one of the better wins, not just this season for Palmetto Prep, but in their history. Last win against Fork Union was in 2019. Palmetto Prep won that 16-7. This one is much more decisive. Last year, the Blue Devils won 22-14 up in Virginia. Going to be a false start there as Nick Petrillo went early. How about some of these names? Former Fork Union Blue Devils. Now, this is not post-grad necessarily, but notable NFL alumni who started at Fork Union. How about Plexico Burris? How about Vinny Testaverde? C.J. Spillman? Carlos Hyde? How about Eddie George? Not a bad one. Fork Union Military Academy has really cranked out a lot of football talent.
Yeah, that's some real talent right there.
Second down and 15 now, back at their 40 on the false start. Back in the shotgun, Landicini. Flag is down on the far side. Pass is deflected away. Nice defense there, Cameron Brown.
Yeah, just to bat that ball down before the receiver could scoop it up was a good job there. And it looks like it's going to be, on the offense, the penalty.
Under Armour founder Kevin Plank, he played for Fork Union, and I believe he played for the post-grad team. He's doing pretty well. He's doing better than Chris Sheeman. He's not going home to a can of pasta. So the penalty was declined. 3rd down and 15. Two minutes into this final quarter. Landacini facing pressure again. Got the screen to Cook. Malachi Cook, he's going to be somersaulted by Justin Poe, a yard shy of the first down.
And Chris, they're going to have to go for it here.
Yeah, they're down 4 scores just inside Minutemen territory. They actually gave them a bad spot there. It's 2 yards shy. Let's see
I think
here.
they're going to punt. They're lining up to punt here, Chris.
Spot. Yeah, they might be ready to warm up the buses and call this one. So this is interesting. But you're 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. This is not an offense that has shown any kind of hurry-up ability, so they will kick it away here. Boot by Brock Bender. Xavier Wells gets out of the way, takes a Fork Union bounce, and it'll land at the 2-yard line. So a really nice kick there by Brock Bender. Palmetto Prep will be backed up. We'll take a timeout here and come back in just a moment. Offense getting on the field in a hurry. It's Caden Taylor's turn at quarterback now, backed up in the end zone. Palmetto Prep and a fumble and a safety.
Well,
so 40-15, a nice defensive play made there by Fork Union, and I have a feeling this fourth quarter we're in for a long ride. By the way, I've been banned from using the words Under Armour now, so I forgot who my paycheck came from for a moment there. Those poor quality Under Armour gloves that don't do nothing for you. I've tried them. They don't even work in the garden. Can't get your Thanksgiving turkey out of the oven with them. Under Armour. What even is that? Under Armour. What do you need Under Armour? It's armor. It's Under Armour? How about Over Armour? You're not paying me that much. So it will be Nick Wright who will take the safety kick now at the 20-yard line. And again, we've seen Jameel Anderson returning most of these kicks. Traylon Slade is also back there. Wright kicks it away. It will be Slade this time at the 31. Takes it to the 45. Gets to midfield inside Minutemen territory. So nice return there by Slade. And an opportunity here for Fork Union. This is the third time they've had it inside Minutemen territory. And the last 2 times have led to touchdowns. So when they start the drive inside Palmetto Prep territory, they are 2 for 2. Change at quarterback now. It's Jaden Stewart coming back into the game. Looks like John Gilbert also in at tight end, and the fullback is Austin Airy. They're going for it here. Stewart looking deep, and he's got his man. Looks like he's going to come up just shy. Elijah Mitchell, what a grab and haul. And they're going to mark him out of bounds actually a little further back.
6, maybe 7-yard line.
At the 6-yard line. But man, what a throw that was.
Ball is officially spotted at the
Yeah, when you're down this many points, Chris, you really got nothing to lose. You know you got to huck that ball up because you need points quick. The clock is not your friend at this time.
An 8-point score here would make it a 17-point game. So look for them to go for 2 if they can get it in. Now, Stewart going to run for it, and he's going to be hit. Nick Harden making the stop among others. Gain of 2 on the play. Looks like a flag is down. So we'll check on the penalty here.
Yep. That's what happens when you respond back. That's what happens. The ref sees the second one, doesn't see the first.
So a late hit. That'll put the ball at the 2-yard line now for Fork Union and make it 1st and goal. John Gilbert, the running back. Play action fake to him, and Stewart got dropped for a loss.
Yeah, he got gobbled up right in the middle there.
Brian Edwards was there. Jemias Glenn was there.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get too tricky, and it might backfire on them.
So they're back at the 6 now. Looks like they marked it at the 5. My apologies. Lone receiver on that far side is Mitchell. He's been a favorite target today, so watch out for him, as has the tight end Perillo, who's over the middle now. They're looking over on that far side, and they do have Mitchell, and he's got himself a touchdown. So Stewart with his 2nd touchdown pass, and now it's a 2-point conversion, if they elect to do it now, that is, away from making this a 17-point game. They're going to kick it, so that you don't necessarily have to go for the 2 now, and a lot of coaches will wait until you absolutely have to. But this kick needs to be good, and it is. So 40-22, Minutemen by 18. We'll take another break here and come back in just a moment.
You got another flag.
Nope, we got a flag. I guess we're not going away. So we'll check the flag. As of now, 40-22, and the extra point is good, so we're going away, folks. Let's look at some fine merchandise from Phenom while we get... Well,
excellent.
I didn't say Simon Says.
Chris Sheeman and Reed Radke, glad to be back with you. 9:39 left to go, and if I'm Palmetto Prep, I'm looking for the onside kick here. I know they're not lined up for it. I'm telling these guys, be aware.
This is where you're exactly right, Chris. They got nothing to lose now.
3-score game with still 9.5. This fourth quarter has grinded. Darrell Taylor picks it up at the 19-yard line. Burst of speed to the 30. He'll be stood up at the 32. Caden Taylor looks like going to take over at quarterback now, and it'll be interesting to see how they handle the play calling here. I got to think you try to run the football and get a long drive, kill the clock as much as possible, and get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is where you want to try to utilize your running back. Give them some time to get some looks. Let your offensive line kind of wear down that defense and see if you can kind of take some of that clock off.
There's a flag at the 40-yard line. Now the official's going to pick it up. There's a penalty apparently on Fork Union on the kickoff, so going to move them up 5 yards. So now at the 37, Caden Taylor, Damian Littleton, and the offense ready to do work here. Play action, fake to Littleton. Taylor keeps it, and he's got himself a nice gain, showing his running ability out to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good pickup. Way to hide that ball, too, with the way he pulled it back out of Littleton. To really slow the defense down of who had that ball. So good job by Taylor on that somewhat quarterback keeper.
Caden Taylor came in with 50 rushing yards, but stats don't really tell the tale sometimes of the ability, and he's an excellent runner. 2nd down and 4 now. Littleton this time going to keep it, and he's going to be wrapped up for a loss. Stood up, I should say. First guy there for Fork Union was John Gilbert once again.
Yeah, and they're trying to strip that ball now, Chris. They realize the efforts they got to make, that the time is against them, and they need that ball.
Minutemen are still in a fine position here, but they need a nice drive to really seal the fate for Fork Union. 3rd down and 6. Pass is complete on the near side. It's going to be Aaron McLeod, and he's going to be a yard shy of the 1st down.
Yeah, he's not going to have it. He's going to be a yard short. And here's where you don't want to get too greedy. You got to kick this ball, Chris. You got to kick it.
Yeah, you're up 3 scores still.
They're not going to kick it. They're going to go for it.
Aggressive play calling here. On a 4th and 1, maybe trying to draw them off sides. They have jumped off sides quite a bit. Oh, Taylor got hit, and the fumble is going to be recovered by Fork Union.
Yep, that's a big mistake there, Chris.
Miguel Rio picks it up. Fork Union has life. Still down 3 scores. Long way to go in this one, though. We'll be back. Chris Sheeman, Reed Radke, glad to be back with you. As Fork Union fans, if some of y'all went away, you might want to come back. Still a long way to go for the Blue Devils, but they start inside Minutemen territory. Joseph Stewart is the quarterback, and he's running for his life again. Tripped up inside the 45 by Tyler Lassiter, I believe, after a gain of 3. Now this is where, if you're Fork Union, we've got to see some urgency and, get on the ball, get going.
Yeah.
You've down 3 scores. We're past the midway point of the quarter now.
But yet here we are again in a huddle. A huddle that just doesn't seem to have any sense of urgency, Chris.
They do have all 3 of their timeouts, but if they're not going to go any faster, I'm not sure it's going to matter. Boy, another great grab. How about Elijah Mitchell?
Yeah, that was a nice grab.
What a day for him in double coverage. Right at the first down marker. We'll see if they give it to him. They do. But since we started talking about the urgency, they've ran almost a minute and a half off the clock. Stewart at the 36. Play action. Perillo over the middle. Inside the 20, escapes a tackler. Dragon bodies. It's 1st and goal, Fork Union. What a play by Perillo there. Fork Union hustling down the field. We go inside 6 minutes to go.
Yeah, and this is what you didn't want to happen if you're Palmetto Prep. The guys are starting to look tired now on defense. Hands on the hips, they're kneeling. So Fork Union's kind of got Palmetto Prep where they want them. Can they execute?
Perillo is slotted to the left. Cook comes to the right. Now he goes in motion to the left.
Oh.
Another high snap. Stewart was ready for it. Stewart's going to keep it, and he's going to have a touchdown. The defenders were backing off of him there. Did you see that?
I don't understand that. He knew he had him stuck, and he held that ball up, and Palmetto Prep defensive backs didn't move. They just kept backing up.
It's a 12-point game. You still don't necessarily have to go for 2 here, and it looks like they're going to bring out the extra point team. So, yeah, don't have to go for 2 yet.
And that was a quick score, Chris. They didn't take much time off the clock at all.
But you do need this extra point. Oh, that gets in. 11-point game. Palmetto Prep was cruising. Lucas Lenoff hit Kendall Thorne to start this 4th quarter for a 6-yard touchdown. That made it 40-13. Since then,
it's been all Fork Union.
And they now have a 11-point game. So 5:20 left to go. We are going to take another quick break here, folks, and we'll come back with the kickoff in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Chris Sheeman, Reed Radke. 40-29. Highest scoring game in this series as Darrell Taylor catches it at the 15. Takes it straight ahead to the 35, and he'll be stopped there. The Minutemen still, Reed. We go back to what we were saying in the last drive. They're 1 drive away from wrapping this all up, but we haven't seen it yet.
You're right, Chris, and it does look like the coach realizes that, as it looks like Lenhoff is going to come back in and try to finish off this drive. They've seemed to move the ball the best with Lenhoff. In fact, I don't think they've moved the ball consistently with Taylor or Nick. So,
yeah, Lucas Lenhoff has 4 touchdown passes today. But really, it's about the clock right now. And the offensive line and Damian Littleton and Christian Dewar and whoever's running the football. We'll throw Darius Naylor, his name in there as well. Lenoff might have called an audible here. Let's see what they have at first down on the 36. Going to be a pitch. And Littleton not getting much.
No, he got just about a yard there. So we'll see what they can keep coming up with. But it does look like they're trying to burn that clock.
So inside 5 minutes ago, Fork Union does have all 3 timeouts, but in a 2-score game, they do have to save them here.
Yeah, this is where you know it's not time to burn the clock. You got to do something offensively here.
Littleton, they did give him a yard. Lenoff is going to run it down as much as he can. There's no play clock here at Brooklyn Casey. So Lenhoff keeping it in his head. Now he's going to pass it looking for Diarra Suba, and it's incomplete.
He just missed him.
I don't think Diarra Suba knew it was coming at him.
Yeah, he didn't look like he was aware that the ball was coming to him. I think Lenoff saw that he was wide open, but Diarra Suba didn't look.
Well, I'm looking over on the Fork Union side. They believe. They believe again, folks. And this is a very important 3rd down and 9 for Palmetto Prep. It all started with a safety after Palmetto Prep went up 40-13 to start the quarter. A safety has changed momentum. Lenoff facing pressure, slings it. It's R.J. McDonald as those two hook up again at the 46 for a first down.
Yeah, that's a big first down, Chris. Big first down. And I think R.J. knew exactly what he had. He held on to that ball. And Lenoff just lasered that ball in there. Now we can slow it down a little bit more. Yeah, now is a little bit more comfort. Midfield, slow the ball down. Slow it down.
Now I think maybe after this first down, if you're Fork Union, you got to start to burn those timeouts.
I would agree there.
Lenoff ready to go. Handoff again, and I believe that's Littleton. Fork Union will call timeout. A 2-yard gain by Littleton. We've got a timeout. We will step aside again here briefly. We got some offers coming in. Aaron McLeod has been offered by Florida Memorial. That's an NAIA. Tyler Lassiter has received an offer from Morehead State. Xavion Wells, Arkansas Pine Bluff. Both of those are FCS schools. So offers starting to pick up. We'll have more for you in November when we come back. 2nd down and 8 right now. Here's Littleton. Littleton, nice run.
Yeah,
he's going to be a couple yards shy, but
it's a good run on first down to try to keep that clock moving. And I'm sorry, on 2nd down, but it gives them a little bit more room to play with, and time it's going to continue to come off that clock.
I'm surprised Fork Union's not stopping it. They called a timeout on 1st down. Maybe they want to see what happens here on 3rd down.
Yeah, you can't take the chances like that, Chris. You just got to call the timeout when you're having hope you get a turnover.
Right. They're not doing that, though. Littleton's going to have the first down, and that might seal it.
Yeah, that's going to continue that momentum push forward, and now you're in a comfort zone where you can almost maybe run 2 more plays, and then you're into the kneeling mode until you got to make sure that Fork Union burns those timeouts.
Well, I thought they had 3, and now this could be that we are wrong. The scoreboard still says that they have 3 timeouts, which leads me to believe that it hasn't been updated here in the second half. I don't recall Fork Union calling any timeouts prior to this drive, but it could be they're out of timeouts too. Littleton again, just straight ahead, gain of a couple.
Yeah, you would think.
Here is a timeout.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say you would think that they would call that timeout, but there they go. So they do have some timeouts. I'm not quite sure why they would wait 2 plays to call a timeout, Chris. You lost just about a minute of time there. But that's why we're not the coach.
Yeah, they've got all that figured out ahead of time. But let's take a look at the upcoming schedule while we're in a timeout here. So, again, 2 on the road. It was 3, but now it's 2. So, Birmingham Sports Academy on Sunday of next week. Then they go the opposite way to Methodist on October 30th. Bye week in between that. Then we're back with you for the rematch against Myrtle Beach. Reed, we're going to get your thoughts on that one in a second. And then on the 13th, it's been confirmed that the PGFL championship game will be here. So we'll have that one for you as well. But seeing how far Palmetto Prep has come since that drubbing by Myrtle Beach Prep, it's going to be real interesting to see that rematch.
It really will, Chris. We've come a long way from that game. Not only was it a drubbing, but we couldn't seem to, turnovers, penalties, it was just killed us all game long.
Yeah, Palmetto Prep had 6 turnovers in that game. 2nd down and 8. They're going to get Diarra Suba on a pitch. Stay in bounds. He doesn't. He goes out of bounds.
I don't think he was listening to you.
He wasn't.
But he should have stayed in bounds. That's where you want to just kind of drop down right before that line and take your lumps.
So that benefits Fork Union. Now it's 3rd down and medium.
But going back to that game against Myrtle Beach, I think you're going to see a different Palmetto Prep team as they prepare for them.
One would hope. Lenoff going to hand it off. Littleton. Oh, he loses the football, and that's going to be recovered by Fork Union, I believe.
Yes.
Brock Bender, who's done a nice job kicking the football. The linebacker makes another stop. Minute 37 in a 2-score game. It would take a lot here for Fork Union, but it's not unheard of.
No, it's not, and that's what you didn't want to happen. And that's why I'm surprised that Fork Union didn't use those timeouts earlier, because as a defense, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for that turnover, and now you need a quick score.
Joseph Landicini is back in at quarterback. Malachi Cook, the running back. It's going to be all throws from here. Landicini, pocket collapsing, trying to get to the outside. Guy on his jersey, and he bounces it short, intended for Petrillo.
Yep.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 with 1:27 to go.
And he was dancing in the backfield, and they just could not get to him. But they only got 3 rushers. They're trying to keep everybody in the back so nobody gets behind him, which is a smart play. You don't want to give them anything deep. To prevent that quick score with everything you've got.
Minutemen trying to win their 5th straight game. And Fork Union has made them work for it here in this 4th quarter. Landicini hits Slade. Slade trying to get to the sideline, can't do it. A flag is down, though, so the clock will stop.
Yeah.
It's down on that far side, so we'll see.
I'm not quite sure what that is, unless they had movement on the offensive line.
the Minutemen can hang on here, they'll go to 6-1 on the year. Remember in 2019 they went 8-1, just 6-4 last year. No season in 2020 because of COVID.
That's exactly what it was, Chris. Movement and off illegal formation by the offense, so they're going to get pushed back.
Well, that's a huge mistake there for Fork Union, who has no room for error right now, down 2 scores. The clock will start again, I believe. Yeah, it's starting.
It's going again.
Got to snap it.
I don't think they realize that. He's standing there looking around. They burned 8 seconds off.
So Landicini slings it over to the far side, and the receiver cuts it back up the middle. Slade, he got some extra yardage, which is good, but he didn't get out of bounds.
That's not what your friend is. You can't worry about those extra yards. You got to get out of bounds and play for the next down, because that clock continues to run. And I think they had 1 timeout left. So
we'll take this timeout. 54 seconds left to go. Palmetto Prep trying to wrap this one up. Welcome back, everybody. It's 3rd down for Fork Union, but the clock is more what they need to worry about. 54 seconds in a 2-score game. They have it at their own 29-yard line on a 3rd down and 4. Another high snap. Lassiter, got hit. Excuse me. Landicini took a big hit.
Wow.
Take another look at that one. That play was broken from the start, but I want to take another look at it.
It almost looked like he didn't have his arm all the way back.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That was Nick Harden. That's what I wanted to see. So Nick Harden with a big hit there.
This will be could possibly be the last play for Fork Union.
Got to get the first down on this 4th and 4 to keep hope alive. Hyson Dalton, the receiver, is checked in. He's coming out nearest to us. Another high snap. That's been the problem all day. They do get the first down, and then getting out of bounds is Cook. So the drive continues here for Fork Union.
Yeah, they were coming with the rush on that one. And unfortunately, it kind of opened up the midfield there with the linebacker coming in and the receiver wide open to get about 15 yards there.
The snaps are getting high again, though. That's been a problem here today for Fork Union. Their offensive line has struggled. Landicini with all kinds of time and airmails that one out of bounds. 6 seconds come off the clock.
Yeah, Chris, I don't know who that was to. There wasn't a receiver in the vicinity. So I'm not quite sure where he was throwing that. It kind of looked like a goose coming out of his hand. Really had no velocity on it whatsoever. But again, there was no pass rush there at all. Good blocking by that offensive line.
34 seconds left to go. Fork Union just taking up too much time. Landicini facing some pressure, gets to the right side, passes complete over the middle to Mitchell, and Mitchell will have a first down, get it inside Minuteman territory. He's down at the 42. Now Fork Union hustling to get on the ball. The clock will start on the referee's signal, and they want to snap it. 19 seconds and counting. Landicini, pressure again. Landicini got to get rid of it. Finds a man. He's down at the 37, Mitchell, but that is going to do it most likely. I don't think they can get a play off here. So the Minutemen survive, and they escape with a 40-29 victory today over Fork Union, their second win against Fork Union in program history. The Minutemen have won 5 straight. They're 6-1, and they will go road tripping now. On the 16th, they'll be at Birmingham Sports Academy, and then on the 30th at Methodist. They cut the video off. They're ready to go. So are we. We'll be back with you November 6th for the rematch against Myrtle Beach. Once again, your final, it's Palmetto Prep 40, Fork Union 29. My name's Chris Sheeman for Reed Radke saying enjoy the rest of your